Do you ever feel stressed about video games? And I'm not talking I'm the last person alive on my team. If I don't ace this round, we're cooked type of stress. I'm talking being stressed just while thinking about video games. Oh man, I should be playing this new co-op game right now. All my friends are, and I don't want to be out of the loop. If I don't play right now, everyone's gonna get ahead of me. I need to know what happens in this game before it gets spoiled by someone on X, the everything app. It's the genuine feeling that you're falling behind in having fun, which, might I add, is kind of crazy. Isn't this supposed to be a fun hobby? Because at times, it certainly doesn't feel like it. FOMO, Fedora Owners Monthly Outing, where a group of Discord mods all go to a ramen shop in a strip mall because it feels like Japan. They discuss topics such as manga, proper Japanese tipping etiquette, and why the katana will always win in a fight against a gun. Because if you try shooting me with that thing, I'm slicing the bullet in midair. This baby's been folded over 1,000 times. No, FOMO, or fear of missing out, is a very common experience for anyone from your little brother Jeremy to Grandpa Bartholomew.
I should have bought Bitcoin back in '09.
FOMO is a real thing, and it really pisses me off all the time because I can't keep up with all these co-op games coming out anymore. This is an announcement, and you can hold me to this. Going forward, I am officially pledging that I abstain from purchasing any more $7 to $15 games that my friends tell me that we have to play. Brother, we both know that we'll play this game exactly twice and then never touch it again. Do you know how many of these co-op games I have sitting in my Steam library that I've either barely played or haven't played at all? It's a lot. Gaming FOMO can usually be wrapped up in a single sentence. Dude, you just had to be there. And with that one sentence, you can imagine exactly what it could have been like if you were there. Laughing your ass off with the homies, getting into voice chat related hijinks, and freaking epic gamer moments that will never be replicated for the rest of your life. Which obviously isn't actually true, but it still lingers in your mind like, what if I hadn't missed out? Maybe it was the best of times. And this isn't even about playing every new game. It's about playing games on time. Whether it's jumping in a fresh Tarkov wipe on day one, hopping in a Minecraft world the first day that your friends put the server together, or starting a new open world RPG the second it becomes available to download. Because I will not be the one who doesn't get the new cool pop culture references online. I'm cool and very in tune with what the kids think is swag. I have had this experience with so many games, and I know that I can't play them all, and that stresses me out. Valheim, Deep Rock Galactic, you name it. I've bought these games, barely touched them, and now I feel bad about it. Your mindset around these games starts changing from, do I even want to play this game, to, well, if I don't start now, then I'll be behind everyone else and I'll have to play catch up for so long. So you swipe your card, you play this game with your friends for maybe a couple of days, the cycle continues. And before you know it, your library is filled with games that you're never gonna play. FOMO is not something that is beholden to multiplayer games either. It comes in its own nasty form in single player as well. Because, hear me out, online gaming discourse is not solely based around multiplayer games, which might be a bit of a surprise to you. I know it was to me. If multiple people say, you need to play Metaphor ReFantazio, then buddy, Metaphor ReFantazio is going to get played eventually. But you see, here's the issue. You look at your gaming library and you already have 50 plus games sitting there in your backlog just waiting to be played next. Because, well, Baldur's Gate 3 was really fun, but I never actually got to finish my playthrough because Starfield came out right before I got through Act 2. And I got Max Payne 1 through 3 on a Steam sale back in 2021 because I hear that they're great games, but I also got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 this year, and that was nominated for Game of the Year, so naturally, I gotta do another modded playthrough of Skyrim again for the 46th time. Do you see the problem here? We're digging ourselves deeper and deeper into these backlogged gaming pits with all the holiday sales that roll around every couple of months. First off, if you actually have a backlog of like 50 plus games that are genuinely stressing you out over not playing, maybe it's time to take a break from the rampant credit card swiping spree that you can't seem to stop. But since I know that that's never actually gonna happen, let me tell you how to turn this toxic mindset around. You need to reframe the way that you think about your gaming backlog. Don't look at the backlog of games as an ever-expanding list of tasks that you have to complete. They're video games, man. They're meant to be fun. Think of them as a delicious 5-star menu, brimming with gourmet culinary experiences. It's okay not to finish this overwhelming abundance of content right at the same time. You're not ordering everything off the menu in one sitting. Are you? I really hope you're not, because that cannot be good for your cholesterol. Or your credit card. Why is it that we feel this way specifically about games? I have a vast backlog of movies that I have yet to see that I've been meaning to watch for years. And I look at that as something joyful. I am currently staring at a collection of about 30 books that I have yet to even open the first page of. And guess what? It doesn't bother me. Because at the end of the day, I know that those books right there on my bookshelf make me look just a little bit more intelligent than I really am to anyone that walks into my apartment. That is until you get closer and realize that the only books I own are How to Brush Your Teeth for Dummies and the Guinness Book of World Records 2009. I have 15 copies of each. What can I say? I have nothing if not great taste. But no, games need to be beaten here and now. Somewhere along the way, someone or something or some website decided that games must be completed at record-breaking speeds, including all optional content. Because if not, you're actually not playing the game how you're supposed to. So yeah, you're dumb. Which is where our next little nasty friend, completionism, comes into play. Whether it's someone online telling you that if you're summoning helpers in Elden Ring on any boss ever, you actually didn't play the game correctly, you suck, I hate you, and you make me sick to my goddamn stomach. Or wanting the best possible outcome in, I don't know, like a Persona game? By actively metagaming your playthrough and looking at a walkthrough to make sure that, yup, every social connection is maxed out despite it sucking the fun out of almost every aspect of your first playthrough. Not that I'm speaking from experience or anything. Why are you looking at me like that? It takes a fun gameplay experience filled with surprises and rewarding challenges to overcome and turns it into a goddamn job. Sorry, I know that's a sensitive word to be using online these days. I don't ever want to work a goddamn J word. No longer are you playing a video game. You're ticking off checkboxes on a spreadsheet. Oh, but if I hang out with Yosuke today, then I don't know if I'll be able to max out my relationship with Yukiko by summer. I understand maximizing your playthrough. Don't get me wrong. When any hobby becomes more about checking things off a list than actually doing things because you truly enjoy doing them, there's a problem. Unless your hobby is checking things off a list. Then maybe you're doing everything right. Don't let me stop you. No wonder gaming feels so daunting these days. When you're trying to experience every single experience that every single person has experienced ever in every game, you're setting yourself up for failure, brother. In order to come to terms with missing the boat on things, you gotta realize that it's not a perfect system. For example, if a game comes out that's even remotely resembling Elder Scrolls or Fallout, I'm gonna play it. It's going to take precedence over anything I'm playing or doing at the time, and it'll probably be a letdown. I'm very aware of this. But the first step to recovery is accepting that you have a problem. And by God, do I have a problem. Also, if you do take my advice, this could lead to you saving a couple bucks. And the first method is the 3-session rule. Anytime your friends ask you to hop in the newest wacky gaming trend, whether it's paying $40 for Arc Raiders or $5 for Cuckold Simulator, ask yourself, am I realistically gonna get my money's worth from this? At the bare minimum, I think you should be playing a game at least 3 times to begin justifying a purchase. When it comes to more expensive games, I know a lot of people tend to go by like the $1 per hour of gameplay system, which I think can have merit, but playtime doesn't directly mean a better play experience. Either way, they're both good methods of deterrence. The 3-session method is better utilized before buying and for cheaper games, and the $1 per hour method is better post-buying and for more expensive, beefy games. There are exceptions. Don't come at me with some, well, Milk Outside a Bag only takes like an hour to play, and that's such a deep and touching and dark game. It's my favorite game ever. Well, guess what? I played that game. And you know what? Whatever makes you happy, you poor, sad creature. Are you okay? If a developer fills a game with bloated sections that aren't fun to play, but you're still playing through them, you're gonna have a longer playtime, and you're gonna walk out of it being like, yeah, that wasn't very fun. And the second method is to realize that the boat always comes back to dock. There will always be another game where you and your friends run around as a group of funny looking guys with proximity chat and crazy goofy moments. And that's a promise. Not only that, a lot of games are better post-launch. Wait, you're telling me that pre-ordering every single game, even after having been lied to and let down by like 90% of developers with the initial release product on launch day, is a bad idea? Whatever you say, man. The longer you wait to buy a game, the more time it has to get game-breaking bugs patched. Any sort of sweaty, try-hard Giga gamer will have already moved on to the next bowl of slop that EA has pumped out, and the price will usually go down the longer a game is out. Grab a few of your closest brochachos or brochachettes and play it together. If you don't have any friends to play with, then get Jeremy and Bartholomew on. They can hang. What you need to realize is you're not missing the boat. You're dodging the tsunami, dude. I like that one. Do you like that one? I thought it was pretty good. Third method, stop over-consuming external gaming content. Tier lists, build guides, optimal loot runs, before you play videos. These things can all be super beneficial to you, especially when coming fresh into a new game, but there is a level to the consumption of this content where the line gets blurred between educational and excruciating. If you are constantly watching other people that are a lot further than you in a game, you're always gonna be feeling like you're falling behind. And don't get me wrong, some games are just really complicated to play, especially if you're playing something alone. Have you ever tried hopping into Escape from Tarkov without knowing anything about the game beforehand, or having a friend to play with at least? Dude, it's like a self-waterboarding simulator. It's kind of torturous and not very fun. Games like this are made accessible by content creators like Pestily, who have hundreds of hours of content online to help new players learn the ropes to actually make the game a lot more enjoyable. I don't know about you, but after 30 hours of crushing my fingers with a hammer, I'm gonna start getting fed up. You're allowed to take your time. Again, games are supposed to be fun. You're supposed to want to play, get better, and progress. It's usually the point, dude. And you're also allowed to take a break, despite what the sweats may tell you. Don't you worry your precious little head, buddy. These games aren't going anywhere. And finally, the fourth method, you need to let go. You can't always be online. There are times where your friends are gonna tell you to hop on MapleStory and you're not gonna be able to make it because you already have plans to go to your cousin's uncle's friend's brother's ballet recital. You can't miss that. Not again. I promise you, your friends will understand. If you have to play a little bit of catch up, that's also totally fine. You can always completely lock in as soon as they log off and no life the game until 6 in the morning. I'm not gonna stop you. But what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to. The only rush is the one that you're putting on yourself. Eventually, you're all gonna be at the same place, whether that's on general equal footing in the game or simultaneously not playing the game together anymore. Either way, you'll still be left with the memories of your experiences in the game, with or without your friends. Don't you want those memories to be of fun, exciting, funny times that you guys had? Not of the 30 plus pages of text you had to scour through to play the game the most optimally. Unless, of course, your hobby is scouring through 30 plus pages of text in order to play a game the most optimally. In that case, knock yourself out, dude. Gaming isn't about keeping up with trends or burning yourself out on tons of hours of a game you don't even really like, or playing through a game as fast as humanly possible. Unless, of course, your hobby is playing through a game as fast as humanly possible. It's about having fun with and without your friends, experiencing incredible pieces of fiction that can't possibly shine as much as they do without being in a medium as interactive as video games. What do you want to play right now? Tell me, what do you want to play right now? Not what Reddit says is good, not what some 20-something white guy with microphone tells you to play, and definitely not what some loser grifter on X, the everything app, has to say is the best game to own the libs with. You know that game you're thinking of right now? Go play it. What are you? Scared? Scared you might like something? Grow up, buddy. Sometimes we miss the boat. But guess what? I don't even care about the boat anymore. But I've also come to terms with the fact that the shore isn't so bad after all. Play what you want, when you want, how you want. Stop treating having fun like a chore and play games at your own pace, because they're not going anywhere. Unless it's PT, then I think you're actually screwed. Maybe you should rush through that playthrough. Follow the Instagram, follow the Twitch, and make sure to freak out and rush to hit that subscribe button. Oh, you better hurry up. It's going away, look. Any second now. It's going away. Also, thank you so much for all the love on the last video. What the hell? You left so many kind comments and engaged with me so much in the video. It's easily my most viewed video ever now, and yeah, it really just motivates me to go even harder in the upcoming videos, and I hope that this one also sufficed in doing so. We've got new silly videos coming in the pipeline as we speak, and I will see you very soon.